Pizaro's Pizza. Thank you for buying our pizza kit. This is going to be a step-by-step tutorial guide of how to build your own pizza at home. First, you'll need two things: a pizza cutter and a sheet pan if you don't have a pizza stone. Preheat your oven to as high as it'll go, either 500 or 550. When you open your pizza kit, you'll want to set everything to the side, all of your ingredients. Take this parchment sheet and place it on your baking sheet if you don't have a pizza stone. Next, we're going to open our bag with our dough. This will have an olive oil lining to keep the dough from sticking to the pan. This is going to be the cornmeal. Spread it in your box to keep your mess contained and off the counter. Go ahead and remove the dough from the bag and try and maintain its round shape. You're going to want to set it right on top of this cornmeal. Spread a little bit of cornmeal on top, rub it around to keep it from sticking to the surface of the box. See this little bubble? We're going to pop it. Once you have a nice coat, flip it over inside the box, and we're going to put more cornmeal on top, again to keep it from sticking to your hands. Give your dough a gentle push through. Now we're going to create our crust line, pushing in as deep as we're giving somebody a deep tissue massage. Go around a second time and then push through the middle. You're going to want to push out as many air bubbles as possible. Once you've done that a few times, to make sure you have no air bubbles, flip over your dough and do the same thing. Go around the crust edge once or twice. If you need extra cornmeal, feel free to use whatever you have left. Push through as much as you can to try and push out as much oxygen from inside of the dough as best as possible. If you have air pockets pop up, feel free to pop them. Now you're going to grab the dough and hold it as a steering wheel. Cup around the edge, move clockwise or counterclockwise, however you feel comfortable. You're going to let the dough kind of release on its own. Gravity will do its own thing. At this point, you're going to want to put it on top of your hands, like this, stretch underneath it. Then you can kind of round out to the edges. It's a pull and flick motion. I'll show you here.
I'm sorry?
You want to stretch it about the same size as the box, 12 inches. You can either use a pizza stone. If you do plan on using pizza stone, bend back the box just like this, and you can slide it onto your pizza stone with ease. Just give it a few shakes, like so, and it will move right onto the pizza stone where you can top it. If not, what you want to do is place the dough on top of your tray instead. Give it a little stretch. If you find that you've made a tear in the transfer process, feel free to kind of pinch it back together. Now go around the edges, kind of pulling the sides out, making the pizza just a little bit larger. At this point, we can put both sauces on top. Grab a spoon, starting from the middle, work your way out in a circular motion. You'll want to leave about a fingertip's length to the edge. At this point, we're going to start cheesing our pizza. Grab your cheese, unwrap it, and grab by the handful, spreading it as evenly across the sauce as possible. You have quite a bit of cheese, so be liberal. Spread the cheese out to the outer edges of your sauce as best as possible. Now you can start layering on your toppings. We have pepperoni. We're going to use all the pepperoni we have, setting it evenly spaced as possible or on top of one another. If you want to do a half pizza, then set it as close to one another as possible. Next, we have spinach. We're going to break the ball of spinach up and spread it across the whole pizza. Now that we're done topping our pizza, we're going to take our pizza over to the oven and begin cooking. Slide your pizza into the oven and set a timer for 6 minutes. If your oven won't go any higher than 500, set your timer for 8 minutes. You can sit and watch your pizza cook or come back when the timer goes off. After your first timer goes off, you want to take a spatula, metal or plastic, doesn't matter. All we're doing is just kind of lifting this pizza up so we can get the parchment paper out from underneath the pizza as best as possible. If a little piece flicks off, just feel free to grab it. So now what we want to do is put our pizza back in the oven to cook the bottom. You're going to want to set a timer for 3 minutes. When your second timer goes off, you can pull your pizza out of the oven. It's a nice golden brown at this point. It's important to check the bottom of your pizza. Looks perfect. Checked our bottom, it does have a nice browning to it. We're going to leave it on the tray. Some of your cutting boards may not be large enough, so just go ahead and cut it on your baking sheet here. You can cut it as big or as small as you want to. We usually cut ours in about 8 slices. Now you can enjoy your pizza. Make sure all your edges are completely cut. Use a spatula and serve it to your family. There you go. Thank you for watching our tutorial. We hope you and your family enjoyed making this pizza together. Please don't forget to share your experience on social media, Facebook and Instagram.